Hi, this is Dawn Diggs in. Welcome back. If you've never been with us before, I'm so glad to see you here. We like to talk about things that are ongoing in the world of Tracy Anderson, health and beauty, and exercise in general, and things that we like. And today we're going to continue in our series about fad diets. There's so many fad diets out there, from keto to intermittent fasting to intuitive eating to paleo to vegan. There's just many. We are going to cover a couple. The other day we covered the keto diet, and today we are going to go into the fasting aspects. So the first one we're going to talk about is intermittent fasting. Now, again, as I loved keto, I loved intermittent fasting. I started out with keto and I just kind of evolved into intermittent fasting. I found that I didn't really want breakfast anymore in the mornings, when I have always eaten breakfast my entire life. When my foot hits the floor, I needed to have something to eat. And so I found myself holding off on my breakfast for no particular reason, just holding off. And when I started looking at the clock and what I was doing, I was having my dinner 6, finished eating by, I'm going to say 7. And then I wasn't eating again till like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, geez, I haven't eaten anything in 18 hours. I'm not really hungry yet. So I just kind of started continuing my keto food, but using an intermittent fasting schedule. So what exactly is intermittent fasting? It is periods of time when you don't eat, which is called fasting. Any time that you don't eat is called fasting. You want these periods to be as long as you can. If you are hungry, you eat. If you are not hungry, you don't eat. We don't want to graze. We want to eat at specific times or for specific amounts of time. So let's just say that you're going to have dinner between 6 to 7. Make sure that your dinner is over by 7. Don't have a 3-hour dinner. On special occasions, you may have a big family and have a big dinner. But, on normal time, have your meal and be done with it. Okay, we don't want our blood sugar raising and lowering all day long. We don't want that insulin being released into our body. So one of the goals of intermittent fasting is to go prolonged periods without food. The reason that we do this is because your body starts a healing process. At around 12 to 14 hours, your body starts to release growth hormones. Now, at about 15, 16 hours, depending, everybody's a little bit different, your body will go into a form of ketosis. Now, ketosis is when it has used up all of its energy stores from its glycogen, and it is now going to start burning the fat in your body. And that's what it does. It uses ketones to burn the fat and start getting into those stored fats. The longer you can go, the more dramatic effects you start to see. You start to see autophagy kicking in about 18 hours. Now, autophagy is when your old worn out proteins that get all folded over and messed up start to get cleaned out. So your body starts a self-cleaning process where it eliminates all of these older proteins in your body and just starts cleaning and refreshing everything, which is totally awesome for your body because you're now getting rid of all of the things that are taking up space and not working efficiently, and you're getting new proteins coming in that are healthier and stronger and ready to do the job. So the longer you go without eating, the more these functions come into play. So when you first start intermittent fasting, a lot of people start with 12 hours. 12 hours is a very normal amount of time to intermittent fast. Basically, you're fasting from dinner till when you get up in the morning. You never want to eat more than 3 hours before you're going to bed, but I do find I like to cut off between 6 and 7. So most of the time you're fasting, you're asleep, which is totally awesome because while you're asleep, you don't even realize you're fasting. You can get up, do the things you have to do your workout, do whatever, have a look at your clock, see how far you've gone, and, every day try and go a little bit longer. If you're a breakfast eater, that's okay. If you want to eat something that's not going to affect your blood sugar, you can have some eggs, you can have some bacon, no sugary cereals or things like that, but you don't necessarily have to. You can start with 12 hours and work your way up from there. So from 12, go to 14, go to 16, go to 18, go to 20, whatever feels comfortable for you. When you start feeling uncomfortable or hungry, that's when you stop your fasting. And that's when you have something to eat. Now, there's many things you can eat. while you're intermittent fasting. Now, I continued for quite a long time with the keto diet, but included intermittent fasting. So I would have my regular keto meals, but I would fast for 18 hours. Now, some people eat whatever they want during the window. That is totally fine. You can fast for 18 hours, and then if you want to eat what you want, but just remember, it's not a free-for-all. You can't just eat everything that you want. It's not cookies, cakes, ice cream, pizza. I can eat anything I want. I can have 3,000 calories and I'm not going to gain weight, because that's not true. Your body still needs to be in a deficit. No matter how you do it, you'd still need a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. And to get at those fat stores, you need your body to be in a fasted state. So the longer you can go, the better. So intermittent fasting is a great way to start. Start with 12 hours. Keep it really simple. Just go from dinner till breakfast the next morning, and start to do that consistently. And just be aware of what you are eating. I'm not telling you to change everything you are eating right now. Just be aware of what you are eating and make better choices, and slowly increase the time of your intermittent fasting. Now, the next one that you can go to is called ADF, Alternate Day Fasting, where you fast for one day for 24 hours and then you eat normal. Then you fast again and then you eat normal. There's so many different varieties. There's also a 5 and 2, where you intermittent fast for 5 days, and then for 2 days you eat your regular breakfast, lunch, and supper like you normally would. So fasting has many advantages. You can also go to a longer fast. Now, the longest fast I've done is a 36-hour fast. Dr. Mindy on YouTube is really good at talking about these longer fasts. Now, I do a 24-hour quite often, just because I haven't been hungry and I found them very easy to do. So 24 hours is good. 36 can be a bit of a struggle, but there's a lot of people there that do 72 hours and more. And the healing benefits they get from this are honestly amazing. You are not hungry. A true fast is water only. True fast, okay? There's a lot of dirty fasts out there. And by dirty fast, I mean you're having your bulletproof coffee that, contains your whipping cream because it has no sugar, and your butter. But there's a lot of things that you can eat on a dirty fast. And there's nothing wrong with fasting dirty if that's what you want to do. I tend to fast dirty. I can fast clean as well, but it just depends on the mode I'm in and where I'm at, and if I want to lose a few pounds or how I want to do it. But it's really important that you think about your why again. Why do I want to do this? What benefits do I want to get from it? Do I want the benefits of less inflammation in my body? Because that's one of the biggest things I notice with keto and with fasting, is that I don't have the inflammation. I don't have the bloat. My body feels much more healthy. It just feels good. I don't hurt anywhere. My shoulders don't hurt. My knees don't hurt. I can do my workout without having any side effects. I'm not struggling to get up off the floor. A lot of these things just come from not eating sugars and carbs, but you can eat those on intermittent fasting should you choose. I just chose to continue with a keto lifestyle, but you can very much eat what you want on an intermittent fasting lifestyle. Just make sure you go through those hours of fasting to give your body time to heal. So we've got intermittent fasting, we've got alternate day fasting, and we have our longer fasts. So those are our 3 fasts. If you're trying any of those, let me know. If you're interested in learning any more about them, Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Mindy, Dr. Berg, all have amazing channels just on intermittent fasting and fasting on YouTube that you can learn lots more information about. I'm just, scraping the surface of what really goes on in these fasting states, but to not get really technical on you and just give you a little basics on what those diets entail, and maybe it's something that you might be interested in. And if it is, give it a try. And again, give it a try for at least 2 weeks. Okay, your body needs a chance to get to do something. If you do something for 1 or 2 days and you go, oh, that's not for me, that doesn't work. It's the same with your workout. You need to give yourself time. Give yourself a chance to get used to what you are doing. So give it 2 weeks and reassess it. How am I doing? How do I like it? What could I change? What's not really working for me? What don't I like? And then do it for 1 more week and see where you're at. If it's going great for you, continue. I've been intermittent fasting for about 1.5 years now, and I absolutely love it. I can't imagine going back to uh, any other form of eating because it just seems so simple for me. I just always cut off at dinner time, and if I'm going to go out for brunch or something the next day, I will make sure that I cut off a little earlier so that I can fit it in. So, and it's all about working around your schedule. You know, if you're going to go out for lunch with the girls or you're going to do something, feel free to adjust that schedule for what works for you. Maybe this is a shorter fasting day, or it could be a longer fasting day, or it could be a no fasting day. You know, you have all of those options available to you. So just make sure that you pick the one that works for you. Try them all. They are all great. They all have a lot of wonderful health advantages to them. And just keep trying and plugging along. Let me know what you're doing, what you're trying, what you'd like to know a little more about. And in our next conversation on Fad Diets, we will talk about intuitive eating. And it's a real interesting one there too. So please have a great week and have a good workout. And I hope to see you real soon. And until then, high five.